The door is open. The way is decided. Let's do some damage. And get our girls down here. Come on, girls. That's one, girls. Where? Oh, hey! Hey, Slappy. Okay, we got both our girls. We have a friend down there. Amidst the tendons that stretch out from the stairway. Well, you know, you have to keep your tendons stretched and dry.
Ah, hello, young K-Knight. I see your face is not so lifeless. Your nerves not so deadened that you cannot express shock. Tell me, child, is my appearance that frightening? Or is it my knowledge of you that is so unnerving?
Quite frankly, you look like a barrel cactus, dude. Anyhow, what the hell's going on here?
Oh, child of Cain, the sights in this haven pale in comparison to my ancestral estate. Comfort is a custom, and all of this artifice brings me closer to my home. Do not fear for my furniture, young one.
Trust me, I'm not. You know, there's always an interesting thing with demons and monsters and other abominations dressing up nicely. Where do they get their clothing from? Who makes it? Can you imagine this guy crawling out of bed, you know, and carefully sliding on and tying that cravat shut? You know, choosing which of his button-down, high-collar shirts he'll wear today? You know he has to, but it's just not an image that really leaps readily into mind. Anyhow, the tape.
Oh yes, the tape. Merely a test. Certainly not intended to fall into mortal hands. Fortunately, we are in the capital of mortal trickery and illusion. So did the tape drive you to find me? From whence flows your longing, child?
I don't know, really. What's going on down here?
To gouge out the eyes of the Camarilla. The sewers are clogged with my creations. I will kill or drive the Nosferatu from their pestilent nests. Without the sewer rats to guide them, the Camarilla will be blind to the Sabbat's designs.
Aha! The Tzimisce are, in general, one of the Sabbat clans. A number of clans which turned on and devoured their own elders. The Sabbat believe that the elders are controlling and destroying vampires for their own safety, which they are. And further, the Sabbat believes that the end times will be ushered in by powerful elder vampires known as the Antediluvians. The Sabbat has pledged themselves to finding and destroying these antediluvians, which has proven a trick, and to blinding or wiping out those who would follow the antediluvians' designs. The Sabbat believes that the Camarilla is a creation of the antediluvians, and thus must be destroyed. This is vampire warfare. The Sabbat apparently isn't just making inroads, they're planning a full-on war party to conquer and take the major cities of California. But, to do so, they need to destroy the information mongers, their lifeline of intelligence, that would tell the Camarilla of what the Sabbat is doing. And that's what this fellow here is for. I'm sorry, but I can't let that happen, because I am Ventru and very, very Camarilla.
Now, Camarilla whelp, let me see you fight your nature in the face of those who have embraced their beast. Deny yourself Cain's gifts, and be torn asunder by my minions.
Cain is the mythical first vampire, cursed by God. He would be a extremely powerful being in his own right, possibly the most powerful being to walk the earth. The Sabbat worships him as both a spiritual founder and a living god, which he might be. Bring it on! You see him here using Zamisi powers, a high-level dissipant called Form of Blood, or some such, which allows him to basically, well, turn into blood, and become essentially invulnerable for the time being. He did not, however, count on us bringing friends. Bringing friends with guns. Normally this fight is a slow battle of taking care of his minions and then hunting him down wherever he hides. But we don't have to bother with that. Thanks to the efforts of Samuel Holt, we have air cover against his horrible creations and his horrible, horrible self. See, he's all the way in the corner. He'll probably disappear before we get him. Good. We were able to get some in on him. But our girls can do the job too. Come on, where are you? Where are you, Pucky? There we go. Hey! Get away. Ah! I hear him behind me. And he turns into blood and buggers off. Confronted Andre. That apparently is his name. Yes, even walking barrel cactuses in a nice suit have a name. Alright, so. Well, how you feel, girls? Doing okay? Doing fine? Hey, Heather, got something I want to ask you.
Master?
More! I need blood.
Open me up.
Will do. Nom 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 nom. As you can see, drinking from her heals both our aggravated damage and fuels our blood pool. Very, very nice. Okay. And we're going to want to fill our blood pool because something's coming up. We've got things to do. See that door? This mysterious random door? I wonder what could be on the... Ew. Now that's just icky. What was he even doing here? What could be on the other side of that door? I don't know. Let's find out. After I save. And here we are. What's back here? Dirt. Dirt and a sewer pipe. Yes. We are now entering the wonderful world of the inevitable sewer section. Let's do it. Here we are, in the underground warrens beneath the streets of Hollywood. This is where Andre has been sending his creations to plague the Nosferatu. And we can hear them. Hello. Go away. We could have taken that opportunity to get a good look at these things close in, but why would we ever want to do that? In the meantime, here's a dead person. With a note. We have taken his clipboard. Wahahaha. Stealing clipboards from the dead, we are the most foul of beings. But what does his clipboard say? Let's find out. I'm not going to read it, it's kind of long, so I'll just pause it in a bit. Pause it in various sections and you can look it over in the video. And of course, it inevitably descends into a blood-splattered scream written out on paper, for some reason. But it is apparent that these creatures have been down here for some time, and this fellow has fallen prey to them. Well, it looks like we have some options of where to go. We have sewer pipes. We have a closed grate. Sometimes there are levers on the sides of these grates. I think this is one here, which we can use to open them up. And progress. Which we will do in a slow sewer system manner. Here we go. I'd like to point out at this time that I am in fact using a patch. The companion mod has a bug fix patch in it, and one of the bugs that it fixes is those meatball creatures would have an annoying tendency to spawn infinitely. This was in the original game, and certain other patches preserve this behavior. There's no chance one of them is going to spawn there and drop out from above me. None whatsoever. Anyhow, since infinitely spawning meatball bastards is not exactly what we call a good time, that was taken out in the patch that I'm using. So if you are wandering through an unpatched version of this game, your experience may be entirely different from my own. Just one of those things to keep in mind. Well, there's a lever there, but we need to find a way to get in there. Perhaps this pipe could be of help. Sneak, 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 sneak. I am dressed far too well to be crawling through a sewer. Oh, you see all these rats running about? They're there to provide blood for vampires crawling their way through this section. We, being Ventru, can't drink from rats. Just something to consider. What we can do, however, is raise this lever. Open sesame. I guess we don't have to crouch anymore. But we will crouch for this junction, because you know just as well as I do that there's going to be 1,000 monsters around the other side. Like that one! And that one! Another thing to note about the sewer system is that it's highly scripted. There are encounters that are meant to happen and things that are meant to go off. But it's possible to break this scripting by doing something as simple as, well, sneaking around like I am.
Something's there in the dark?